Demand for fish in Kenya is increasing rapidly due to population growth, rising income, and increased consumer awareness about the nutritional benefits of fish. Inclusive sector development will see the creation of employment opportunities, increased income, and the availability of an affordable and sustainable source of protein to consumers. A study conducted by Farm Africa for Msingi, East Africa, titled Review and Analysis of Small-Scale Aquaculture Production in Kenya, recommended that aquaculture entrepreneurs need to develop a deeper understanding of cash flow requirements for their ventures. This would be done by raising capital based on a clear forecast of production cycles and return on investment on asset purchases for more targeted financial solutions. Building on the recommendations, Msingi East Africa funded Farm Africa to implement piloting market-led solutions for aquaculture development for smallholders in Kenya, a 9-month pilot that is seeking to improve productivity and strengthen market systems by supporting medium and small-scale producers. The pilot is working with 117 farmers, 91 men and 26 women, organized into 5 clusters across Vihiga, Kakamega, and Kisumu counties on a pond area of 170,761 square meters. Also, there are 6 traders who are off-taking the produce. The farmers have received technical training to develop the skills needed to turn their ponds into thriving and sustainable businesses. The cluster approach ensures consistency in fish production owing to synchronized production plans and also increases their market negotiation power. The pilot has adopted a privatized extension model using youth aquaculture agents who advise farmers on best farming practices and business management. For inclusivity and to improve the production and marketing of fish, the pilot has partnered with 3 private sector actors. Unga Farm Care East Africa to ensure the availability of quality and affordable fish feeds. Tigoi Fish Farm as the training center for the youth aquaculture agents and farmer clusters. Pioneer Fish Farm to provide 5 grams fingerlings to farmers.
In regards to Msingi, the uptake has been good because so far we have been able to move almost 9.5 metric tons of fish feeds. The aquaculture agents have played a big role or a crucial role in moving such kind of volumes by increasing the knowledge and also offering technical support to the farmer, who in turn have driven the demands for the feeds. The smaller packages, we mean the 10 kg pack, and this 10 kg pack is affordable to most smallholder farmers whose incomes cannot allow them to buy bigger packs. So the smaller packs are now affordable, the availability is also there, and at any one time they do not lack the feeds. We believe that by the end of the project, these aquaculture agents would have created a network from both non-project farmers and their project farmers. And from that, they're able to open up their outlets from which they'll be selling these farm inputs.
Among the farmers that I've been working with, I've noted an increase in production and productivity of fish as a result of increased uptake of quality feeds. I've also linked the farmers to traders, which has resulted in increase in market access.
I'm providing extension support to 56 farmers in Vihiga County. When the project started, only 1 farmer was using commercial feeds, and through my technical support to the farmers, 22 farmers are now using commercial feeds. We've also made Tigoi Fish Farm a stockist for Unga feeds in Vihiga County. This has increased farmers' access to commercial feeds that have been packed in small size.
I have been visited by aquaculture agents, and when we noticed that the fish was not feeding well in one pond, I was advised to remove the weeds. And after removal, we noticed the fish was feeding well, and when we did sampling, the fish had gained almost double the weight they had before we removed the weeds. Within 6 months, that where we are now, after 6 months, the weight was below 200, around 125 grams. But at this time, we have realized an average of 248 grams. So that's a big difference. The technical training entails site selection, pond construction, and the liming, the fertilization, and knowing exactly the size of the pond, which again then leads us to how many fish a farmer is going to stock. The business training now puts a farmer in a state where we have to know, are we doing aquaculture for a business or just doing it as a part-time? So business, if we are doing it as a business, it means the farmer has to know how much it costs for him to do the whole program, like a whole crop, from starting with the fingerlings, the feed, the labor, and then at the end of it, the farmer should be able to know, to do the mathematics and be able to know at the end of the crop whether he's done it as a business or not.
Under technical training, tumejifunza mambo ya construction, kuchimba kisima, na kisima tunachimba 30 by 10, ile na accommodate 1000 fingerlings. Tumejifunza liming. Liming ni kuweka lime ile kuua vidudu vyenye vinaweza affect kisima. Tumejifunza kuweka maji kilewa ya maji. Tumejifunza kuweka mbolea, fertilization of the pond. Tuna fertilize na DAP na urea. Tumejifunza kupata fingerlings zenye ziko za hali ya juu, zenye ziko na 5 grams each. Under business tumejifunza mambo ya marketing, ile yani kutafuta soko ya samaki. Tena tunafanya ile tunaita survey, na mahali unaenda kutafuta mahali utauza samaki. Pia tumejifunza mambo ya record keeping, ile unaweka ile kazi ambayo unafanya kwa kisima, wakati unakuja kuvuna unajua ni faida umepata ama hujapata. Pia tumejifunza mambo ya budget. Una budget pesa zako ambazo umetoa kwa mradi, ndio ujue kama ndio stock tena kidimbi tena. Cluster ni ile tumeungana na inanisaidia kwa kuweka mawazo pamoja na wakulima wenzangu. Pia wakati tunataka kununua chakula, tunanunua pamoja, tunachanga pesa, tunanunua pamoja, ndio inakusaidia kulisha samaki. Pia kwa mambo ya kuuza samaki, tunatafuta na clusters, tuna supply kila frequently kwa customer ambao tuko na yeye, bila kukosa kumpatia wakati anahitaji samaki.
We sell 5 grams because number one, the production cycle is shortened. That is with about 2 months or 1.5 months. Number two is they mature very fast. That brings to the preferability of customers, that is the fish farmers. Number three, also they are able to evade the predators very fast. That is, for example, the frogs and the snakes as examples of predators, and also the birds. The uptake of 5 grams fingerlings is increasing. You find that farmers prefer the 5 grams due to their faster rate of maturity, and the profit rate increases as they will wait for a short period of time to harvest their fish. We use the aquaculture agents to get to the farmers, get to their places of residence, that is by giving them extension services and also getting to know where they come from. Number two, we also use the agents to market ourselves. This has enabled us to increase our sales, thanks to them for the good job that they've been doing outside there, that we are able to also increase the sale of the 5-gram fingerlings.
Strong involvement of private sector in the development of aquaculture helps to nurture competition and build a more stable business environment. We have noted an increased adoption rate of use of quality feeds by our farmers that address the specific nutritional requirements of fish at different stages. At inception stage, we had only 21% of our farmers were using quality feeds, but in the last 6 months, currently 45% of our farmers have been able to adapt use of quality feeds. So there's need for our farmers to adapt the best practices in terms of use of quality inputs and better management practices, so that this gap can be filled by our farmers, because the catch from the lake is increasingly reducing, and the hands on opportunity for our farmers to fill that gap and be able to feed our nation.
As we speak now, there is a great improvement. More farmers are picking up on aquaculture and they are adopting the technology. We have new ponds coming in, more farmers coming up in the whole venture. And this has partly been contributed to by development partners who have come on board and they're assisting farmers in the field to achieve the right procedures of fish farming as is required and to promote more on the fish farming. We have the Msingi, which came on board sometimes last year around June, and they have been on the ground. And last week we had a joint monitoring program with them, and this actually brought out what we are talking about, that more farmers are interested and they are picking up on aquaculture. So the future is bright, and we really expect the Msingi to remain on the ground and help us promote the aquaculture sector in the county.